Well, here we go again.
As a CN reader, 活动中 it means during events. There's no way. At version 1.1 onwards, during events, increase Echo and Echo development cost rewards.
It's come to people's attention that recently, the 1.1 post that I covered in my first video, specifically about the Echoes, actually had a mistranslation. The note I'm specifically referencing is we are going to increase the yield of Echo experience. I have been a big critic of specifically doing this. My take being that this is a day one player problem, and Kuro had done a bad miscalculation specifically for when they would give players access to 5-star Echoes and how often they would become available through databank level 15 and how easy they were to farm if you were to just grind out the game. But the amount of experience you would have versus the amount of gear that was available to you had a severe offset. If you really don't get what I'm saying just yet, I'd like you to go into Wuthering Waves, and I'd like you to look into your inventory and look for advanced tuners. And now tell me how many you have, and tell me how many you actually got to use. The jump between Echo rarity in terms of use, going from 3-star to 4-star to 5-star, is simply too fast. So if you want to get pinned, leave a monkey emoji. If you are the first person to leave a monkey emoji, I will pin you in the comments, just saying. And for progression's sake, it's really hurting the game right now, especially if you're a day one player. Because when you're moving up in the game's progression, you are given gear that you're simply just not accounted for to use when you basically have so much of it available to you. The main takeaway from this is that essentially Kuro Games handed you out this better gear, yet failed to account for the resources it would take, as well as the fact that what resources you have right now are still being given to you. You are still being given a bunch of advanced tuners that you cannot use for anything, yet it is a stamina-gated item, and you also have a bunch of 4-star Echoes in your possessions that you really don't need to use, because what happens if you get a 5-star Echo? Well, then you're just going to use the 5-star Echo, if it rolls well enough. But oh wait, now you're just sitting there with a bunch of fucking 5-star Echoes that is hard to level up, because you're not accounted for the amount of resources it takes by the time you actually have unlocked it. That is the biggest issue. The issue is not actually rewards and the gain, it's the progression. Because once we get to union level like 60, 70, we will be accounted for a bunch of Echo experience by that point. However, we're already grinding it 30 levels earlier. And what I'm about to say here is mainly an opinion, but I personally believe that we unlocked Echoes too fast, and we should have basically had unlocked it maybe at 35 or at 40. So why is it a problem? Why should we not get more Echo XP? Here's the simple thing. You remove the grind from the game. Now, let me say this. I don't mind giving more Echo XP at lower union levels and more Echo XP at Soul Phase level 4. I do not mind that. I think that's a fine idea. But do not change it for the whole game. If you get players to basically play your game for so long that they essentially just lose retention, i.e. just farming Echoes and just being able to level them up all the way or trash them when they find out the substats are bad, you're gonna have problems because people are progressing through the game and they will run out of content too fast. The thing about Echo grinding and the thing about relic grinding in any sort of gacha game in this regard is if you give them the ability to cycle through all the trash pieces and all the potential god pieces too fast and also cycle through them, level them up, see if they're good or not, trash them, go on to the next one, because, well, Echo farming is practically infinite. 4-cost Echoes are quite literally infinite, which is a risk that Kuro Games took. They took the risk of making a usually stamina-gated activity permanently farmable, except for basically leveling up that gear. But in short, yes, we unlocked 5-star Echoes way too early, and also Kuro did not make the right calculations for us to really just progress naturally and way more fluidly to 5-star Echoes from 4-star Echoes. We have way too many advanced tutors, and we just don't get enough Echo experience to level up 5-star Echoes, but we do for 4-star Echoes, and so on. There was a miscalculation in that regard, and that is the biggest issue. And if you disagree with me, tell me in the comments and leave a like about how I am either based or that you died of cringe and I should go kill myself. And I'll see you next time when I find something that pisses me the fuck off. Peace.